Alright, how's it going, everybody? It's Brian with Living Jeeping and Adventuring. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 5, I think. Yeah, part 5 in the Gladiator overland build. Still doing all Amazon parts. That's what this and this is. This here is going to be roof rails and kayak holders. So by the end of this video, there should be 4 kayaks on this Gladiator, strapped down and safe. I've hauled 4 unsafely, unsafe. Anyway, be 4 safely this time. So let's get these boxes open, see what we're working with, and hopefully get this done today. Okay, all right. Get these open. I have not opened this yet, but what's this? Oh, look, some bolts and an Allen wrench and some instructions. Definitely gonna need that. I like instructions, or as my daughter says, constructions. Throw that over there. Instructions, bits and pieces. Alright, I'm gonna get all this pulled out and we'll be right back here. Okay, so here we go. It is the roof rails. Nice little surprise. These lights here came with it. I didn't know this thing had lights go with it. I'll see how bright they are. I don't know if I'm going to use them on this or not, but heck, I might. I don't know. I know they're not going to go on the roof rail. I know that for sure. They aren't going to go up there. So yeah, here it is. I already got this thing dirty. Look at that. I was doing yard stuff yesterday. Got it all dirty already. All right. Trying to get these installed. Get this other box open. It's got the kayak holders in it. Let's see what kind of constructions we have right here. Y'all ever read instructions? I do, just about every time. Because if I don't, I will definitely screw something up, without a doubt. All right. It's pretty easy. Let's go install this thing. So the first thing it says these here instructions say to do is put these pads in the appropriate places. Whatever that means. So I guess here on that side, this little piece here, see this here bolts like that, so you put one on that side, and then it says to put one on this side here as well. So let's do that, shall we? Put all these lovely stickers on. If we even have enough. Do we even have enough of these things? I don't even know. Yeah. Sure enough. Sure enough does. Okay. These things are super sticky, so you gotta really make sure you put them on the right spot. Okay. So, like that. Like that right there. I don't guess you have to put these on, but I'd say if you don't, you're really gonna scratch up your hardtop. Yeah. I don't want to do that. So, there we go. On. That one's on. That one's on. Perfect. Now, the rest of them. Okay, so all 4 have the protective pads on there. So now let's go install these, 2 per side. And I would probably measure from like the front of your top, or from those rails to one side of this, to make sure you have them exactly even on both sides. So I'm gonna go find a tape measure, and then we'll get these on there. So I think I'm gonna like this here setup, because it comes with a little Allen wrench for you. And all you do, slide that onto your lip here. I'll show you. So it just slides right on there. So slide you over on this other side here. Whoop. Okay. So yeah, just slides over, and then you just tighten that up and it locks it in place. Pretty neat. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure this hard top here. Well, maybe this way. I don't know. Can't really get a grip. There we go. I'm gonna measure, see how long that is. That's right at exactly 26 inches. So I'm gonna go 13 inches for my center, and I'm gonna put my bracket here, put my bracket right at 13 inches. So let's measure 13, and then we're gonna do exactly center of the bracket at 13 inches. And I'm going to copy it on the other side over there, and then I'll measure back here and go exactly center from the rear part of the hardtop as well. Okay, so that side is done. So I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. I'm going to measure. It's 26. So I'm going to put this bracket right at 13 inches, right at the center of the bracket. So it'll go right about there. I'm sure it's not exact, but you don't tighten them up until you get your cross piece on, so you can adjust it if need be. All right. So this side here is 35. So half of that's 17 and a half. What I did on the other side was I went 17 from the back, and I put this right at center on 17. So it'll go right about here, somewhere in there. Get my tape measure out. Tag on it. Okay. So it should go somewhere in this general vicinitile. If I can get it in there. I have to loosen this thing up some. There we go. Now let's measure. 17. So I'm gonna slide it down to 17 on center right there. All right. So we'll snug these up just a bit. Then when we put our cross beam or cross brace on it, it'll sturdy all this up a little bit. Okay, so according to the instructions, that is how they go. Yeah, so they have 2 sides, obviously. One of them has this big slot in it that goes down, and then it just sits right on top. You take the hardware that it comes with and you bolt it down, and then you'll go to the other side, do the same, and make sure that it's even on both sides. So what I mean by even on both sides, this little slot right here, and on the back side you'll have another one on that side as well. So just try and make it as even as possible from the end here, and then your slots and everything. We'll get this front one bolted on this side, and then we'll go to the other side. Okay. So how I'm going to center it up is I'm going to take a measurement from the end of it right there to this part of the bracket. So this one is like an inch and an eighth, it looks like. I'll measure this side as well. That also looks like it's about an inch and an eighth. So now we'll go do that side and see where they're at. Okay, so this side is right at an inch, so it does need to slide over a bit. This side I can already tell it is way out. See, that is an inch and a half. So slide this one this way some, and this one I may try and get that 1/16 of an inch, but I doubt it. All right, so I got this side here right at, I don't know, it's about an inch and a half. And I got that side over there, it's right at inch and a half and one little tick mark, so I think I'm gonna take that. And this side here I didn't mess with. I'm just gonna tighten everything up and start putting the actual kayak holders on. Okay, all bolted down. You can see still got some clearance, but they do fit kind of low profile, which I like. I also made sure that the coating, that black powder coat, was similar to the rack and the bumper, so they're going to be semi-permanent all the time. I'm probably not going to take them off very often, so I really wanted them to match. So I was looking at those racks, and I'm not real confident in the washers that come with it. Only downfall so far. So I'm going to look through all my bolts and washers and stuff and see if I can find some better ones. But I need my light first because I do not have any power. We had a storm kind of roll through here about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago or something, maybe an hour, and it knocked all the power and everything out. And I was standing inside the shop, and next thing I know, there's just like a tidal wave of water that come rushing through here and flooded everything out. I got most of it swept out, but there's still more. So if you're wondering why I'm outside working, it's because I don't have any lights in here. That's why. So let's find some bolts and some, not bolts, let's find some washers so we can get this thing going. Washers. Let's go replace the other ones. Okay, all those washers are replaced. Now, this box. Oh no, look, can you see that in there? That's a little Spider-Man guy. Get out of there. I don't like spiders, in case you didn't know that. Alright, looks like this is going to take a minute. No, be right back. Be right back. Evidently, there is a crap load of bolts to bolt these kayak holders together. Look, you got all your knobs. Look at this. Look at that. Bags, washers, bags, nuts, different nuts, all the things. Alright, so watching the old instructions here. Take one of these and kind of pop it in there somehow, like that. Boom, look, see, it's halfway together already. Oh, I'm struggling. And this one goes this way, but it also has to go feed into the other one. Boom! Look, perfect assembly. Somewhat. Let's move this around Alright, so we got 6 holes right here that gotta be all lined up and stuff. Now, instructions say we bolt it here and here, and then here and here. Leave the middle one open is what it says. So let's get that done. Okay, so we got all of our bolts fed through there. And we gotta put one of these here brackets on. Like that. Get on there. Get up on there. Alright. Bracket. Now we can put all of our washers and our nuts on. Like so. Oh man, there goes my instructions. I gotta go find those here in a minute. As you can tell, it's a little windy, but that's fine. Okay, be right back. 1. All right, now we gotta do 3 more. Put that one there. Found my instructions. I went to chase those down in the wind, but I got them. All right, I want to put the other 3 together, and then we'll install them on the roof rails. I really feel like I'm about to get wet right now. All right, so got all 4 of these bad boys ready to go. So we gotta put them on here like that, and put this bracket underneath of here somehow. Okay, and then our bolts. I don't know if I like the way that looks. Don't think I do, really. So let's try it this way. Let's go and do it like that. Alright, you just hold on right there for a second. Okay, that's better. So these brackets are supposed to go on like this with the bevel or the bent shape down. I'm going to put it up like that because underneath this bracket here has got an indentation, or it's got that cutout, and these fit right up inside of it. So I'm gonna do that because I don't want it rubbing on my hard top. Okay. All right, so let's put that on there. Let's find these here bolts. Bolt through. That bolt through there. The instructions states got to use some washers, those little tiny nuts right there, and then these other knobby deals. So let's try to finagle this together somehow or another. Yeah, see, that ain't gonna work. I mean, it's gonna work, but this is gonna be kind of difficult, I do believe. Okay, let's see here. How are we gonna do this? I don't know. Really have no idea. Okay, so that goes under there like that. Shoot. Probably would be a little easier if this rack was a little higher up. I guess this is what happens when you try and get a different kind of rack. See how that's not touching right there? can't bolt these on because my bracket idea ain't gonna work, so I might have to flip it over. Let's try that. Okay, I got, holy moly, stool about fell down. All right, got both this side done. We'll go to the other side, get those on, then we're gonna start stacking kayaks on this thing. These were kind of a pain in the butt to get up under here, get those nuts on there. And then these things, they ain't going on. I ain't putting them on there. Alrighty, all 4 are on there. Now I gotta go get a kayak or 2, toss them up there. It's starting to get windy. I really think I'm gonna get wet again. I hope I don't. This is gonna go up there. Okay. Harder than I thought it was going to be to get the kayaks up there. That first one killed me, so I'm sure this one probably will too. Let's try it out anyway though. Oh man, I think it's got water in it. I'm carrying all this water out. It'll be a little easier. Water's out, so it's a little lighter now. I say that, but still can't get a hold of the dang thing. Okay. And push. Man, it's like balancing straight up like that. Don't really like that too much. There we go. Okay, they are on there. It's kind of a pain to get them up that high. Makes me really not want to lift this thing any more than I did. And I only went up 1.5 inches. But they're up there. They really weren't too bad. I don't know how it's going to be getting them down, but they are up there now for my other 2 that are going to sit in the bed. So I've already built the rack. I'm gonna go grab it. We'll take all this stuff off and clean it up, then go grab the rack and then show that to you, and then we'll install it and install the other kayaks. There it is in all of its wooden glory. I thought about making it out of PVC, but it was, I don't know, it was going to be way too expensive for this project, and I had a bunch of these 2x4s laying around, so I went ahead and just tried it out of 2x4s, and it just so happened to work out pretty good, and it's pretty lightweight. 2 kayaks fit on it. I'm going to go ahead and slide this in, show you exactly just how easy it really is to install this thing. It's super easy. Okay, so all you do basically is line it up with the bed. Make sure there's everything on there. Line it up, put it down, slide it in, and it sits just like that. Sits right on the tailgate. I will have a ratchet strap on the end up there to kind of hold it in place. Yeah, so ratchet strap it from there. It's going to come around here and then back to there, and then I'm going to have another one go from over here to that other side over there. That way this thing will be nice and secure. Alright, we got rack in, it's strapped in. I did add some eye bolts right here, which I was planning on doing that anyway. You will see why once I get these other kayaks in. These actually slide in fairly easy. Let's go in straight like so. Okay. All right. So now they are in there. Shrink, shrink, shrink. All right. So you can see they fit in there pretty good. Still got room for paddles and all that. Let me get these strapped down. But so far so good. Alright, so that's what these little eyelets were for. So got two straps on the kayaks themselves. Got this one here. I've got that one there. And I've got the one strap holding the actual rack in there. And the two up top. And the whole thing turned out pretty good. It's not a pain to load. I mean, it kind of is with one person, but with two people, shoot, man, this thing would be a breeze. Man, this thing looks cooler than I thought it would. That's for sure. It's huge. Really can't tell, but man, it looks cool. All right, well, that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, like how I built the rack for the bed, or I'll put a link in the description of which, you know, the roof rails I used and the actual kayak holders that I used. That'll be in the description below. I just used ratchet straps that I had laying around to strap it all down. I did use my Rhino USA 1-inch automatic straps on the top. Probably won't use those again. That was kind of a pain to use, but I'll probably use those for the kayaks inside the bed. Again, thanks for watching. I don't know when I'm actually going to get to go kayaking, but there will be a video on that at some point. Part 6 on this is going to be coming out pretty soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to spoil it. You're just going to have to find out what that is. So again, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, comment, ask questions, roast me, do whatever. I don't care. I'm looking forward to reading them. Thanks again.